Hello, welcome to Flashback Friday, where we look at very old K-pop. Now, I'm Ddog, I'm a teacher reacts, all that jazz. You can watch one of my other videos if you want to see an actual intro. I thought it would be interesting because we always go into second and third gen K-pop, and I figured let's go to first generation K-pop for this next couple of videos that we're going to do. So this week, we're going to listen to probably, I think they are the longest running K-pop group ever. They're from first gen. This, I know it says at the bottom here, like right there, it says 2022, but this is actually a remastered music video from 2002, 20 years before that, 23 years ago, no, 2022, it's 2023 currently, so 21 years ago. I can do math. And honestly, I've only heard like one or two songs of theirs, and all of the songs I've heard from them is from recent times, 2019, 2021, somewhere around there. So it's going to be very interesting to see like where they first started out at. And I picked their most popular song on Spotify / the first song that pops up when you type in their name, which is Perfect Man. I'm very excited to see what kind of sound we have here, because if it's 2002, this is around the time, because remember, 99 and 2000 in America was boy band central, right? It was Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, whatnot. So I want to see if this sound is going to be similar to that, or if K-pop was still doing their own thing at the time, being that this is like the first generation of it. It's very much in its infant phase. So I'm just very excited to look at this. So I'm going to press play in a second. If you like this video, click the like button. It makes me feel good about myself. Wow, it says I can watch this in 4K. I mean, sure, but if it stutters, it's not my fault. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and hop into it now. Very interested to see how exactly. First of all, very R&B-esque beat. Is this a ballad? Is this just the beginning of the music video? I can't tell when the song's starting. Is now the song starting? We've had 3 different beats so far. I mean, I get that we're doing very fancy music video stuff, but I would like to know what the song is. Okay, this one's it. We got subtitles, therefore definitely this. Love the guitar already. Have I heard this song? There's no way I've heard this before. Oh my god, it definitely has that boy bandy pop sound of the late 90s. I do enjoy that the vocals, there's no auto-tune. That's great, because auto-tune wasn't a thing yet. Or at least it wasn't a mainstream thing yet. I might have heard this before. God, it still has that like 90s hip-hop beat going to it. Like, it's very old school. I love the mixing in it, though. Like, they're playing around with where the sounds are and everything, with, like, the beats and the voices. Dude, what a body. I love that electronic sound that's happening. Like the electronic sound of, I'll point it out later. It may be remastered, but it's still crunchy as heck to look at. I love the minor choreography we got too. Frat member? I'm sorry, did he just say money, hose, and clothes? What? Okay, so we're just, it was a little bit of a break. Now we got that slight echo on his voice to open up the space. I also love that they're waving balloons because, like, you know, what is a K-pop thing is having the light sticks and stuff. There's no light sticks here. You just get a balloon. That's so much more fun. Imagine at the end, you could just be like, okay, everyone pop your balloon. It's just a bunch of noise. That's not dangerous, is it? Probably not. Ooh, we've told I'm a sucker for when you have melody and dude rapping at the same time. Great song. Are we gonna get any more? Nope, that's it. You know what? That's lovely. SM, I'll take that. Okay, what do we have to even talk about? There's plenty of things to talk about here as I, like, you know, let it play in the background and whatnot. It still has a very, so instrumental wise, let's talk instrumental before we go into vocals. Instrumental has very much that old school R&B pop type thing. Like I said, back 90s boy bands / like 99, 2000 era, which makes sense. This came out in 2002. Like the very much, how do I explain it? Like this drum kit background beat, whatever you fucking call it. I don't know. I'm not a music teacher. Is straight up something from like an old school hip hop thing. And like add that on top of like these little electronic little sounds that are happening. Like listen right about here. In the background, the instrumental. Yeah, you got those little things and whatnot that are like reminding me of back when it was like I'm Blue and that stuff came out. That was like late 90s, right? I don't know. I don't want to look it up. But there were still like hints of electronic. It just hadn't became the big electronic pop thing that happened back in like 7 or 8 years later in like 2008, 2009 and whatnot. 2010, like those little eras is when the big electronic sound came in because dubstep started becoming a thing. But now just having like a little bit of that electronic sound with it, with that hip hop beat, is realized. It's really interesting to see a K-pop hit before K-pop was really a thing. Like I said, this is a group that's known for being like the first generation of K-pop, and they're still going on with singles and stuff, which is neat. But now they're not older men, more mature. Besides that, the song's really good. So we talked instrumental, let's talk vocals. Vocals are great. Like, I love that the vocals, I was expecting, I don't know why I was expecting this, just because we've been listening to second generation stuff so much, and second generation was filled with auto-tune and like that kind of stuff. I mean, think about it, the Super Junior stuff we listened to was 100% that. And nowadays, like earlier than that, there wasn't that. Like that wasn't a thing that like was very popular in the mainstream. So like, it's very nice to hear their actual voices and stuff. I do also like that, I don't know when the format of a K-pop group came to be, where you had like the vocalists, the dancers, the singers, and the vocalists, dancers, the rapper, the maknae, all that stuff. I don't know when that came to be. I need to do more research on that. Someone comment below and tell me that. But I do enjoy that they had, like, I was expecting it to just be like this sound of like just the generic boy band sound type stuff. But then you had the rapper come in, which is neat. I'm trying to think, in American pop at the time, did they have like a boy band that had an actual like rapper part of it? I don't think Backstreet Boys didn't. I don't think NSYNC did that much. I mean, they did go more R&B-esque, but 98 Degrees I didn't listen to. I don't know. That'd be very interesting to look at, to see like, is this something that K-pop kind of, you know, invented as like their own thing? Because nowadays it's in like every group, almost every group. Unless it's like a K-rock group, every group has to have a rapper in it. So like, very interesting. And I already mentioned how like I find it cute that they have like balloons and stuff instead of the light sticks, because I don't know if light sticks were even a thing then. Like, you got to think about that. There's lots of different traditions in K-pop that had to become a tradition over time, and I don't know if light sticks were a thing back then in 2002, maybe later, in like when they were still performing in like 2008 or 9 or whatever, when second gen came out. Of course those were, because I remember Big Bang, EXO, all of them had light sticks and stuff. It's just interesting. I do love that you also have choreography, but it's nothing super advanced choreography. It's very minor stuff and whatnot. I mean, it's still, it's very much old school boy band choreography that you would have in like Backstreet Boys and whatnot. So like, yeah, you know what? Totally get why they became like a huge sensation and whatnot. That is very neat. Let's do outro time. If you like this video, click the like button. It makes me feel good about myself. Comment, tell me other things about what you know about anything, really. I just love learning about K-pop and the history of it and whatnot. And lastly, subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'm hoping that we hit 1,000 at some point. It'd be really neat. Other than that, I got other things I gotta be listening to. I've been looking on Spotify and looking at like the K-pop generations playlist to see like older stuff that maybe there's groups and stuff that I haven't seen before. Which I think I found one that I've never heard of, so I'm gonna be listening to that very soon. I will see you all then. Bye, everybody.